Hello everyone. Today's case takes part in Louyang, Henan province, located in central China's Yellow River Valley in 2011. Li Hao was a 34-year-old man who worked at the Louyang Borough of Quality and Technical Supervision and was also a retired firefighter. Li Hao was married and had an 8-month-old son. Li Hao lured and kidnapped 6 women who worked in nightclubs and KTV massage parlours in Louyang and imprisoned them in a dungeon he dug under a basement of an old residential building he had purchased 4 years prior. The dungeon was less than 20 square metres in size and was 4 metres below the basement and less than 3 kilometres away from the Louyang Public Security Bureau. Li Hao had told his wife he found a part-time job as a gatekeeper, which was to account for his absence, and gave him 2 weeks a month with his captives. The women were in prison somewhere from 3 months to 2 years. The police quoted Li Hao saying to keep them hungry and weak in case they tried to escape, only gave them meals every 2 days during their incarceration. Li Hao raped the kidnapped women repeatedly and forced them to appear in online pornography and obscene webcasts, and forced them to have sex with customers for a few days between August to September 2011. There was 2 computers in the prison, although they were not connected to the internet at the time of discovery. Li said he had given them movies and offline games to kill time. However, Li Hao slipped up as he found himself short on money and took one captive out to work as a prostitute. The women pretended to go along with Li's plan, but escaped and reported her horrifying ordeal to the police. Police then raided the basement and found 3 women in a damp and foul-smelling room after crawling through a 60-centimetre wide tunnel. In September 2011, Li was arrested as he tried to flee the city. Later, on September the 6th, they found 2 more bodies in the corner of a dungeon in a shallow grave. The investigation revealed they had been killed in the last year. According to surviving women, Li killed one of the captives after she had disobeyed him. Li killed another woman after she caused dispute with the others for vying for a favour from their captor. In a bizarre twist, the 3 women held by Li, named Zhuan, Jian and Zhang, were also found guilty of murder, having killed 2 other women in a dungeon under Li's orders. The 3 women were shown leniency. Zhuan, who was found to have killed both women, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. The other 2 were merely put on probation. Li Hao, at age 36, was convicted of murder, rape, illegal detention, organised prostitution and manufacturing pornography for profit. He was sentenced to death, deprived of political rights for life, and fined 10,000 yen. In January 2014, Li Hao was executed. P. Zhong, a professor at Chinese University of Political Science, who specialises in criminal psychology, said the captor's extreme behaviour may be linked to past trauma and abuse. This is a typical trauma-induced attack. The suffering would accumulate in a person and transform into a sentiment that he or she needs to let out. Escorts were easy victims for the suspect because their disappearance may go unnoticed.